a good evening. I know it's long, and so I've told these kids they have to speed read. We're going to do the grade 12 grad presentations. There are 36 graduating kids from the grade 12 course this year. And this year is an extra special year because when these kids were in grade 9, it was my first year at the Woodlands. So I kind of feel like they're taking a piece of me with them. So we're going to do this as efficiently as we can. I'm going to call the kids up. They've been given 15 seconds. You are going to be the ones who start the applause if they go over 15 seconds. Don't worry about what else they have to say. That's their problem. Okay. So I'm going to call them up individually to give them their red rose for graduating, and I'm going to ask them all to come to the middle. And you ready to go? Grade 12s, give your instrument to someone beside you. Don't bring it with you. Okay. And we're going to start with Ryan Ben Lassoued. Ryan is going to Queen's Commerce next year.
Alright, first and foremost, I'd like to thank my parents. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for everything you've done for me, both in and out of music. Starting when I was 3, or maybe 2, honestly, it was so long ago, you have introduced music to me, and that has introduced me to so many people, places, and experiences, and it's a sense of joy I'll carry with me forever. I'd also like to thank my brother, Adam. I had the opportunity to play with him in the band and explore New York City in my grade 10 year, and that was unforgettable, something I always carry with me as well. I'd also like to thank my bandmates and my section mates, especially for the wonderful memories and some good entertainment, especially from Calvin Holsa, Krishiv Maddi, and Jeffrey Siet. And finally, I'd like to thank Mr. Murthy and Ms. Jack.
The onside. Leon is going into Waterloo Math.
Hi, I'm Leon, and first of all, I want to thank Miss Jack for being the most down-to-earth teacher I've ever had. And even if it's anything personal or unrelated to music, she was always there for me as well as my peers. Thank you to Mr. Murthy for convincing me to join band in grade 9. Even though waking up early is a hard task, it was all worth it. Thank you to the pit band for one of the most exhilarating performances in my life. Thank you to Mattea Ma for supporting me along this journey. Thank you to my parents, and thank you to all of my friends, and I wish you guys all the best in your future endeavors. Lastly, believe me when I say this, the Woodlands Concert Band is the best high school band in Canada.
Isaac is going into life science at Master University.
I think I don't have much time, so she's already been telling me to speed up. From the frustrating practice sessions to the joy of performing, music at the Woodlands has been an incredible journey for me that no words are really able to adequately describe. I'd like to thank the people who have made the music such an extraordinary experience, including my parents, for your unwavering support, and Ms. Lyle friends for all the great music that we've made together. The clarinet section for your goofy yet determined spirit, and finally, Mr. Murthy and Ms. Jack for being the guiding hand throughout high school, and for creating and sharing so many wonderful memories that I'll never forget. To all the band members, keep creating music together and never lose that passion that makes band feel like home.
Jiang. undecided what he's going to do next week. We're hoping he comes back.
Alright, first of all, I'd like to thank Mrs. Jack and Mr. Murthy for everything. From the rehearsals, music classes, performances, field trips, and listening to the playing tests I recorded last minute at 12 a.m. Thank you to my fellow contenders and bandmates for this magical musical journey, and especially to Lesia for being my partner and euphonium since grade 9. Finally, thank you to my parents for dealing with said 7 a.m. rehearsals and 12 a.m. playing tests.
Faz Khattak is going to Ottawa for computer science.
I don't think any of these have been under 15 seconds, so I'm gonna fix that. Thank you very much to my mom. Thank you very much to my dad. Thank you very much to Miss Jack. Thank you very much to this band, and thank you very much to the blue sticky tape that's holding together the Mr. Mo.
We'll fix that soon. Okay, Nazar Kosarenko. Don't eat us 15 seconds. Okay, he's going to the University of New Brunswick for geomatics.
Music has been the most important part of my entire high school journey. I've learned a lot here. I've had lots of fun, and I'm very thankful to have been part of something so wonderful. Being part of this band has genuinely changed my life.
Solomia Kosarenko. University of Ottawa, Communications and Political Science in the French Immersion stream.
I want to say thank you to my parents, my siblings, my section, my amazing section, the Low Winds, as well as George and Amy from previous years, as well as Miss Jack and Mr. Murthy, who worked so hard to provide such a high standard for the music program department. I'm very, very grateful I signed up for beginner band in grade 9 and stuck with it because the music program has been instrumental to me becoming the person I am today. It has been a privilege. Thank you for everything.
Lesia Kosarenko. Not declared where she's going to go yet. She's keeping it a secret.
None of the honor bands, orchestras, and jazz bands I was a part of in this year would have happened with a concert band and beginner music classes started at all. I learned so much about hard work and dedication, and otherwise I would not be the person I am today. I want to thank my parents for putting up with late-night practice sessions and last-minute trips to Lon McQuaid. Christopher, who has been the best section member I could ask for the past 4 years. Naharko for being my first euphonium role model. Ethan Whitlow for showing me how to lift the music that I play. Donald, Solomia, and Lara for spending the last 4 years with me in band. Mr. Murthy for helping me navigate my first ever band experience, and Ms. Jack for helping me choose euphonium and convincing me to learn trombone. I'm so proud of how our graduating class has grown over these past 4 years, and I look forward to what the future at the Woodlands has to offer. Thank you.
We're out of Kosarenkos. Jaydan Lin. Jaydan is going to Queen's Commerce.
If you know me, you'll know that I rarely shed tears.
So, a huge thanks to my parents and brother for always supporting my musical journey. To Miss Jack. To Miss Jack and Mr. Murthy. To Miss Jack and Mr. Murthy for making us the best musicians we can be. To all the friends I've made who have kept me in music, and to every musician here who makes Woodlands. I can't. Woodlands music as great as it is. Lastly, I also want to thank my section for being the best section. Man, I'm so proud of all of you. Thank you for hanging in there with me. You have all come so far. Woodlands music, thank you for everything.
Couldn't decide, so he's going to Waterloo and Laurier for math and business administration.
Yeah, Miss Jack was really clutch with that Kleenex box. Yeah, I'd just like to thank my parents for driving me on time to countless rehearsals and generously sacrificing their ears at home. Thank you to Mr. Murthy and Miss Jack for bringing the musician out of me, translating those confusing markings on the page into something my brain can understand. Thank you to my fellow bandmates for somehow making those 7 a.m. rehearsals and hours of practice actually fun. And last but not least, shout out to my fellow trumpets for always blasting so loud that they hide my mistakes. Thank you.
Donald Lee is going to Waterloo for math.
First off, thank you to all my friends, especially Lesia Kosarenko, my 2 sons, Andrew Ning and Jaydan Ma, and of course Miss Jack and Mr. Murthy for making this last year as peak as it was. Life's gonna be hard, but music makes all of us even harder.
Julianna Liu is going to Laurier for business administration and computer science.
I would like to thank Christopher and I's parents for driving us to band, Miss Jack for being such a great teacher, and my classmates for making band fun. I would also like to thank my section, the percussion section, for being the best section. You can all hear us. We're clearly the best, and we're clearly carrying us all. So please go watch the musical.
Fang Ting Lu. Fang Ting is going to University of Toronto Life Science.
4 years passes by really fast, and I'd like to thank all my peers for feeding my enthusiasm for music all these years, and my parents for taking the awful task of waking up at 6 a.m. twice a week with grace and stride. I'd also like to give a special shout out to the honorary band graduates, Amy Tran over there, and Sean Zhou. Finally, I would like to give a very warm thank you to Miss Jack and Mr. Murthy for believing and placing their trust in me throughout the years and giving me the opportunity to grow into the person I am today.
Ben Shtern. Ben is, hang on, this is on my phone. Ben is going to the University of Toronto for humanities.
I'd like to thank Miss Jack and Mr. Murthy for the amount of hard work they put into the music program. and also for not only allowing me to rejoin after a year hiatus, but also for helping me reacclimatize to the music program. And finally, I would like to take an opportunity to let this band here thank me for winning them gold at Whistler with my brilliant triangle performance. Thanks everyone for 3 wonderful years of band, and I really wish I'd made it.
Raymond Lee, undeclared.
Well, there isn't much to say that hasn't already been said, so I'll leave us with this. Music is like a mountain. You think it'd be lonely at the peak. However, Miss Jack, Mr. Mutri, and the wonderful and amazing community at the Woodlands Secondary School would like to disagree. Thank you.
Figure that one out later. All right. Zeng. Hung is going to Waterloo Computer Science.
Good evening, everyone. I'm here to say thank you to my wonderful, amazing, jubilant, effervescent, beautiful, amazing, eloquent, talented, staggering, mind-boggling, and amazing music teachers Miss Jack and Mr. Mutri. My parents are driving me twice a week. The elder statesmen in the band for showing me the way, and all past, present, and future members of the band. And my hard-working tech team back there and here. And oh yeah, in case I don't see you again, good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
Sahaj Dixit. Sahaj is going to U of T for a double major in music and psychology.
The Persian poet Rumi says that passion is the elixir that renews. I want to thank Miss Jack, Mr. Mutri, my parents, the horn section, the best section, all of my previous section leaders, Kenny and Chelsea, and all of the music program for embedding music into me, this passion that I will continue to pursue for the rest of my life. Thank you.
Kevin Lee is going to Waterloo Systems Design Engineering.
I still remember the day when I decided to join the music program as a tutor, purely because I thought playing a big, unwieldy instrument would be extremely funny. I could have never imagined that Miss Jack and Mr. Mutri would make band such a fun, yet just, oh my goodness, I have no words to describe it. Band has been such a big part of my life, and I'm so grateful to Miss Jack and Mr. Mutri for playing such an important role in, sorry, I have no words. And I also would like to thank my section for being the most wonderful section of all time. I know sometimes you guys are rushing. I know sometimes you guys are dragging too. And sometimes your playing wasn't quite my tempo. But you guys improved so much, and I'm so proud of you all. I also like to thank my parents for putting up with my morning band shenanigans. And finally, I'd like to thank all of you band members for making this such a wonderful and memorable experience. Thank you.
Lucas Ma is going to Waterloo for computer science.
You know, I really struggled writing this because I didn't know what I could say in just 15 seconds. But then I realized that all I really wanted to say was that I genuinely enjoyed my experience in band, and I think I'm going to miss all this when I graduate. So, with that, I want to thank first my dad for driving me to every morning practice, but also to Miss Jack and Mr. Mutri for being the best band directors ever and making music always feel like home.
Mattea Ma. for kinesiology.
I wasn't originally in music in grade 9. Only after watching the senior concert band perform was I so inspired to join. Because I knew if I wanted to do anything in high school, I knew I wanted to be part of that group of amazing musicians. Thank you to my parents and Rushil's parents for driving me to band. Thank you to Miss Jack and Mr. Murthy for running such an amazing program. And thank you to Leon's High for pushing me to go into the 4th year and to continue music. Thank you all so much.
Krishiv Maddi. Krishiv is going to University of Toronto for computer engineering.
I just want to thank my parents for sacrificing so many of their mornings to drive me to band and pushing me to take music. My music teachers, Miss Jack and Mr. Murthy, for guiding me on my journey playing the saxophone, as well as all my friends in band who made this high school experience unforgettable. Thank you.
Jayden Maharaj. Jayden is going to the University of Toronto, Mississauga for mathematical and computational sciences.
Yeah, I'm just going to primarily thank people. I'd like to thank Mr. Jack and Mr. Murthy for actually teaching me to play the trombone as I came from grade 9 beginner class. I'd like to thank my section leaders and section mates and our band and the audience. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Rushil Murthy is maybe undecided.
What I love most about the Woodlands music program is that it's so accessible, easy to join, and it's so easy to become a great musician through Miss Jack, Mr. Murthy, and everybody here who's really wants to succeed. I'd like to thank my parents who are currently in San Francisco, unfortunately. Mattea's parents also for driving me to band some days, carpooling, and everybody here, Miss Jack and Mr. Murthy, for helping me reap so much out of the Woodlands music program. Thank you so much.
Lara Palmer is going to the University of Guelph for zoology.
This band has been one of the most beautiful things I've ever been a part of. Thank you to my parents for all of the support, Lesia and Solomia for all of the motivation and sticking with me for all of these 4 years, my section and fellow bandmates for being part of this with me, Miss Jack and Mr. Murthy, Miss Jack especially for being the most incredible band director anyone could ever ask for. I'm going to miss every part of our comically large band so much.
Kaiwei Wang going to Waterloo for computer science. I'm going to read it for you.
When I first entered the Woodlands in grade 9, I had no idea I would be doing music. All I thought was that I need an art credit to graduate. I was too stupid for art, I was too clumsy for drama, but I did get the gold belt in the recording in grade 4, so that's where I got my decision from. Needless to say, I don't regret anything. This is one of the best decisions that I've ever made in my life. I never thought I would learn so much, grow so much, meet so many new people, and see all of them grow with me. My favorite part was that I got to skip a lot of unit tests because we went on trips to like the US. I'm sorry, I'm exposing it. I'd like to thank first my favorite section, the trumpet section, all over there. A truly special thank you for the ones who convinced me to join band in grade 10. Most of them are in the audience right now. Kevin Wang, Kenny Law, Chelsea Sun, Jason Golly, Justin Ko, and Jasmine Tao. And the music teachers who guided me and allowed me to have a great 4 years, Miss Jack and Mr. Murthy. Also my trumpet mentor, Luke. I don't know where he is. If you're planning to join band, I have one piece of advice for you. If you're anything like me and your IQ is really low, pick the trumpet, it is surely for you.
I'm going to call Waterloo just to let them know. Owen Wang. Owen is going to Waterloo for computer science.
So I'd like to thank my parents for their constant support, even though they're not here tonight. I'm also grateful to Miss Jack for her unwavering dedication to our music program and for being the one who convinced me to join band all those years ago. And finally, to my fellow clarinets, thank you for all the laughs, memories, and friendship that made band something I'll never forget.
Wenya Wang, Waterloo Systems Design Engineering.
There is something special about the people you meet and the memories you make here. I am not a morning person whatsoever, as my parents can readily attest to, but 7 a.m. has been made bearable with Miss Jack's jokes and the band's wonderful company, mostly. But those mornings have been the most precious part of my time here, and I wouldn't change them for the world. It's been a wild ride, and I'd like to thank my parents for their support, my friends and classmates for the trauma bonding, my bandmates, particularly my section, for the amazing music we've made together, with a special shout out to the pit orchestra, cast, crew, and audience for the musicals throughout the years. They devoured my time, but they were always, always worth it. My fellow grade 12s for being such kind and inspiring people, the staff and teachers here for the extra effort they put in every day, the custodians for cleaning up late for every music event, and obviously, Mr. Murthy and Miss Jack, for the honor of learning from you, your guidance across instruments and beyond, and your passion for bringing music into others' lives. I hope we have made you proud. To the grade 9s, 10s, and 11s, and the younger siblings and guests sitting in the crowd, cherish the time you spend in high school and the people you spend it with. Thank you to all of you on the stage and in the audience for these invaluable, irreplaceable memories. Keep music in your lives and a dancing fire in your hearts.
Jeffrey Sia. Guelph, Biomed.
Okay, well, first off, I'd like to thank Ms. Jack and Mr. Murthy and my parents for always sending me to band. Shout out to Ryan, Ben Lassoued, Krishiv Maddi, Jaydan Lin, and who put this guy here? Rushil Murthy for making 6 a.m. comparable. Thank you.
Stephanie Shu. Stephanie is going to the University of Toronto Scarborough for music industry and technology.
Thank you all for coming out tonight. For me, starting the music program in grade 10 and joining joining band in grade 11 isn't easy. I always fell behind and struggled to keep up. But thanks to my wonderful teachers, Miss Jack and Mr. Mutri, the support of my band, my family, and my former clarinet mentor, Sandro, for believing in me, I'm able to get to where I am today. Thank you.
Derek Hsu. Derek is going to the University of Toronto for chemical engineering.
I have so much to say, but so little time to say everything. Thank you everyone, teachers, parents, bandmates, and friends for everything over the past 4 years. The experiences I've had here are one of a kind and definitely the highlight of all high school. This band is filled with some of the coolest people I've ever met, and I sincerely believe that anybody here has the ability to become someone exceptional. So may you all continue to shine like gold in the future. Thank you.
Is going to Waterloo for systems design engineering.
Hello, I just want to thank my mom and dad for consistently driving me to band at 7 in the morning and always having their full support and enthusiasm in whatever I pursue. Miss Jack for creating such a positive environment to play in, and my bandmates for making this such an enjoyable experience for over the past 4 years. Thank you.
Jiang is going to the University of Toronto for interdisciplinary music studies with a minor in historical keyboard.
So I think that program is long enough, so I'll try to keep my speech as short as possible. Oh my goodness, okay. So, the Greek philosopher Aristotle once wrote that music has the power of producing a certain effect on the moral character of the soul, and that it should therefore be a core component in children's education. And what a part it has played in mine. I will always be grateful to my parents, teachers, and peers for their support of my musical journey over the past 4 years. Thank you.
Austin Jiang. Austin is going to Queen's for health sciences.
I would like to thank my parents for always supporting me and driving me, along with Allison and her parents for whom I carpool with. I want to particularly thank my dad for always getting up before I do, helping me wake up when inevitably the alarm can't, and turning me into a morning person. But I also want to thank the entire music department, teachers, Miss Jack, Mr. Mutri, the entire band, and more importantly, all of my friends for making band an unforgettable experience.
Trissa Zhang. Trissa is going to Guelph for animal biology.
First of all, I'd like to thank everyone for being here today. A special thank you to my parents for somehow getting me to practice on time during the past few years, even after I slept through all my alarms. Thank you to Miss Jack for encouraging me to pursue music and become part of such an amazing program. And finally, thank you to all the seniors. I wish you all the best in whatever comes next. Have a great night, everyone.
Lily Zhou. Lily is going to Western for medical sciences and the Ivy program.
Hi everyone. First I'd like to thank the school and admin who have been so incredibly generous and supportive of our music journeys throughout high school and of mine especially. Thank you to Mr. Mutri for encouraging me to join band in grade 9, and thank you to Miss Jack, who has been so much more than just a teacher to me and always leads with the most energetic, positive attitude, making band full of so much joy and excitement. Thank you to my friends who have made this school a very special place these last 4 years and make it especially hard to say goodbye to when I'm all in different places. And finally, thank you to my parents for always selflessly choosing to support me so I could accomplish my dreams, even if it meant sacrificing theirs. See you, Kula. Thank you.
Allison Yu. Allison is going to Barrett, the Honors College at Arizona State University for marketing.
Surprise. First and foremost, I'd like to say thank you to my parents who have shown up to each of my performances and driven me to band rehearsal for the last 4 years. Speaking of rehearsal, I have to thank Mr. Murthy and Ms. Jiang, who I am endlessly grateful for, and for being the reason why Woodlands music is so awesome and so cool. Thank you, Mr. Murthy, for the coolest senior jazz band experience ever, for always encouraging me to try new things and giving me the opportunities to do so. Thank you, Ms. Jiang, for trusting me and putting up with all my silly ideas for the Music Activity Council, and for 4 years of music class and unforgettable rehearsals and performances. Last but certainly not least, I want to congratulate and thank my peers and fellow music graduating class of 2026. From playing 3 Irish folk songs at Snow Show in 2022 to Overture to Candide tonight in 2026, we've come so far, and I wouldn't have had it any other way. So to all my grads, I hope music is not a chapter of your life that you sign off on after tonight, but rather a motive that accompanies you as your story continues to unfold. Thank you, Woodlands Music, for changing my life in the best possible ways.
Please help me congratulate the graduating music class of 2026.
Woo! Selfie.